The new channel. The new channel. Hashtag TNC Now.
The views, opinions, and insights expressed in the following shows are those of the host, producers, guests, and viewers. They do not necessarily reflect the position of the channel. Viewer discretion is advised.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the new channel, the Presscon. Good evening, everyone. I am Kathy Solis-Davila from the show Breakfast with the King. I have my show with my husband every Saturday morning from 9 until 10 in the morning. But tonight we have another show, which is the new channel's The Presscon. And we have for our Presscon on air this event that just happened, and that is Blogapalooza 2022, which just happened at the City of Dreams Manila. And you can see here on screen, I think we can flash a photo of that event that just happened the other day, and that was at City of Dreams. So that is a room full of content creators. And tonight, by the way, we'd like to remind you that there are a few days to go before Christmas. We are reminding you to buy your gifts already and to prepare your hearts for the birthday of Jesus. Direk, ano ba? Ilang days to go before Christmas tayo? We have 47 days to go before Christmas, guys. And amidst all of the merrymaking and gift shopping, whatever you do during this time of the year, please do not forget the real reason for this season. All right, so tonight is very special because we have with us the CEO herself of this Blogapalooza 2022. They are on their 11th year, and we will get to know her better, as well as the project that she just launched. She just led the other day. With more than 20 years of experience under her belt, this lady is a pioneer figure in the content creation and influencer marketing industry in the Philippines. She is the Chief Executive Officer of Blogapalooza Incorporated, the Philippines' premier influencer marketing company established in 2011. She leads a 10,000-strong community of content creators and influencers all over the country who look up to her as Bloga Mama. We'll know kung totoong mommy na ba siya, like may children, not may physical children ba siya that came from her tummy. Mamaya i-interviewin natin siya. We had a chit-chat earlier before the start of the press con. This lady is well-rounded, and she has a wide experience as a blogger, content creator, events and podcast host, event producer, manager, marketing and PR executive, and startup entrepreneur. Is the foundation of how Blogapalooza has grown into what it is today. She holds a bachelor's degree in management from the Ateneo de Manila University, a master's degree in business administration from the University of the Philippines, and and a diploma in business studies from the University of Technology, Sydney. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Ace Gapuz. Hi, Miss Ace. How are you?
Hello, and good evening. Hello, Kathy, and hello to everybody watching us. I'm live here in Cebu City.
Miss Ace, I have lined up a lot of questions for you, and I'm excited. About what we're going to talk about tonight. Kasi here on TNC, we are a group, a community of content creators as well, and we always hear, the different types of. Well, if you are a content creator, you are automatically an influencer, and there are.
Mhm.
Do you agree with me? Na ganun ba?
That is true to a
Automatic.
certain extent. Yes, that's true to a
To a
certain
certain
extent.
extent.
Yes.
And what are the types of influencers? May iba-ibang klase yan, Miss Ace. Can you tell us more about this?
Okay. Well, to classify influencers, we need to look at that in various ways. There are influencers that are focused on a specific vertical. So we can classify influencers as, food influencers, travel, lifestyle, or even Web3 for the newer industries, diba? But we can also classify influencers in terms of size. Okay. And by that, I mean there are the celebrity level, the mega influencers,
Mm.
as we would call them, A-lister, ganyan. And then a notch down would be your macro
Miss Ace,
influencers. Yeah, of
sorry
course.
to butt in. So the mega influencers, how many followers do they have dapat to be classified as a mega influencer?
Well, there is no standard across the industry, but in Blogapalooza, our internal standard would be if you're a millionaire, a 1 million plus followers type of
Okay.
influencer creator, you'll be classified as a mega influencer already. But that's an internal standard that we have lang inside the company. And then around 500,000 to a million, you'll be, or 100,000 to a million, you'd
Okay.
be a macro influencer.
Macro. Mega
Yes.
macro. Okay, macro is the second tier
Step here,
from
like
up,
the,
no?
yeah, notch
Yes.
down. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's also the micro influencers. And internally, our standard would be 10,000 to 100,000. If you fall within that range, you'll be classified as a micro influencer. And then 10,000 below, we would usually just call them as emerging or long
Mm,
tail or the what
mm,
they call as the nano influencer.
mm.
Mhm.
Okay, thank you for that information. Miss Ace, we're here to talk about Blogapalooza or BlogaFest.
Mhm.
I've always heard of Blogapalooza, but right now it's BlogaFest. Can you tell us more about this? Paano siya transform into BlogaFest from Blogapalooza?
Okay, well, Blogapalooza is the company. We kept the name Blogapalooza because it had recall. Everybody
Mm.
was, at least in the industry, people who have been here for quite some time would have some bit of recognition about of Blogapalooza. So for us, sige na nga, let's just keep the company name as
Yeah,
Blogapalooza. But then, because it
yeah.
has become tradition, sabi namin, okay,
Mm.
to differentiate the event and the company, let's just call the company Blogapalooza and the event as BlogaFest. So that's how we're differentiating that. Nomenclature purposes lang naman yan.
Mm.
Blogapalooza is the company, BlogaFest is the event. Mhm.
Got it. And see, prior to this interview now, no, ako naalala ko yung Blogapalooza, matagal na eh. It's been more than a decade eh. So it really stuck
Yes.
yung and
Mhm.
before kasi Blogapalooza, when you called it that before your events, no, it was just blogs, right? I mean bloggers.
Correct.
Um,
Correct.
but
Correct.
then it parang eventually, can you tell us paano siya nag-change and what types of influencers or content creators were you
Mhm.
able to gather this time as the years
Mhm.
progressed?
Right. Yeah, when we started in 2011, it was all blogs. Even social
Mm,
media wasn't big that time. Konti lang ang taong may Facebook, and
mm,
Facebook pa lang was the big social media network that time.
mm,
So it was really all blogs when we started. But syempre, the industry also evolved over the years. Diba? There were introductions of new platforms, of new social networks. And with new social networks come new creators. And so when Facebook became
makes sense.
popular, we saw many people creating content in Facebook. They would use notes, they would use albums, diba? And then Instagram grew in popularity. So we would see creators really making a lot of amazing photos. Okay, but YouTube has always been there, and video creators in YouTube, they have always been at the
Mm.
backbone of it, diba? Matagal
Mm.
na. Um, and then so there's YouTube, there's Facebook, there's Instagram, and then the newer platforms. Twitter
Mm.
also grew in popularity because people started getting their news from Twitter. And then again, TikTok,
TikTok.
Kumu, diba? Especially during the pandemic. When people were
Mm.
locked down, everybody was finding ways to be entertained, to engage. And so the live streaming became very, very popular on. So, with newer platforms come new creators. So
Mm.
that's how we saw na nag-evolve ang industry. And for us, sinakyan lang natin siya. Because back then when we started, it was blogs. But
Mhm.
bloggers are also content creators. It was
Right.
just a different form.
Text
Yeah.
lang before.
Oh,
Yeah.
text lang. Long
Wala
form.
pang videos, long form.
Correct.
And
Yeah.
photos lang. And
Yes.
it was just photos, no videos yet. So
Right.
I'd like
Right.
to know whose brainchild was this? Holding
Oh,
events like this for content creators.
right. Blogapalooza, the event that started in 2011, was actually the brainchild of wheninmanila.com. Blogapalooza
Mm.
used to be an event of wheninmanila.com, and we really pay our tribute ba to our
Mm.
mother talaga, si wheninmanila.com. But in
Mm.
2015, wheninmanila.com and Blogapalooza Incorporated became different entities. 2015 was
Mm.
also the time when Blogapalooza really formalized to become a company. I think it was also the time when in Manila became a company. Pero
Mm.
2015 was the time when the two entities separated na. Yeah. So right
Mm.
now Blogapalooza is operating as a private corporation, independent of any other companies, uh, or
Okay.
any.
So Miss Ace, what do you hope to achieve for this
Mhm.
annual event? Why do you have these events every year?
Yeah. Well, BlogaFest, even in 2011, no, it started with a goal of really just putting people together. Okay, we just
Mm.
wanted to bring people together to collaborate. And the mission has always been the same. It's just that the people have evolved. Nadagdagan,
Mm.
nabawasan, diba? In 2011, during the blogger era, it was all bloggers and it was all
Mm.
businesses that wanted to be featured in blogs. But right
Mm.
now, because of the evolution of the industry, because of new technologies and new social networks, we've welcomed many other different creators, and we've also welcomed more brands that are open to engage with the creators, regardless of what kind of creator they are. So the evolution has become inclusive, and all of these changes were very welcome developments.
So, Miss Ace, yeah,
Mm.
that's very interesting. So, having witnessed all of the attendees during the past year, more than a decade now, what have you noticed about the new content creators? You said nga kasi as the platforms have evolved, dumami rin yung mga content creators. Anong na-observe mo sa kanila, sa mga new content creators?
Okay. Number one is, I wouldn't say that they're more creative, but they are a machine of ideas. When you ask the newer creators, why did you make this video, or how did you think about this video? And they're going to be like, oh, not no thought process. It's just on the fly. They think of amazing ideas, creative executions on the fly, on a whim. Before I remember, I started as a blogger, Kathy. So
Mm.
when I was blogging, writing, iisip ko na yan. How is the structure
Mm.
gonna be like? How is my
Mm.
sentence formulation gonna be like? Even word sorting.
Technical.
Very
Technical ka pa before you were
technical.
conscious of that. Mm.
Yeah, and planned talaga. I'm not
Mm.
saying that the creators right now are not planning.
Mm.
A lot of them still are planners.
Mm.
But what I saw is, because ang dami na nga ring creators, you know what? A lot of them, they're just creating content on the fly, and ito yung mga talagang nagfa-fly. you know?
Mm.
But
Yeah.
maybe because it's also an evolution in terms of society, of the environment. Because right now we're more
Exactly.
accepting of raw. Oo.
I was gonna say that then, is what do you think? Baka is it? Do you think the pandemic, because we had more time to think, to like
Mm-hmm.
pause and reflect about life? Alam mo
Mm-hmm.
yon, parang
Mm-hmm.
we had more time to ourselves and with ourselves. Do you think that was contributory to us being more creative and being more in touch with, being raw, as you said, no? Yun yung parang this new breed of content creators are more raw.
Yeah. Maybe the pandemic was contributory to that because dati, no, pre-COVID, we would expect, or at least we would see the creators, the influencers really having polished everything, polished outfits, polished environment, polished everything, ganda, aspirational. But when COVID came and everybody was forced into a lockdown, everybody had the same home environment. It's not like you can go out. And when you go
Mm,
out, it's like,
that's right.
diba? It's like danger zone when you step out of your house, diba? So, it's I think the pandemic really contributed to the feeling of being
Mm,
raw
mm-mm.
because
Yeah,
more than outside, we are showing the room. We're showing what's happening inside
that's
our house. Diba? Dati
that's
walang
right.
ganun. Diba?
That's true. Tama, no? Kasi tama, hindi natin in-expose yung mga bahay natin, yung kwarto natin. Ngayon, kahit kita yung kama natin, di ba, during our meetings, our office
Correct.
meetings. We'll discuss more about this and marami pang iba, but pero ngayon, we will show this video regarding this BlogaFest that just
Mhm.
transpired recently. Panoorin natin to.
Hey BlogaFam, we're inviting you to come through here at City of Dreams Manila for BlogaFest 2022.
Let's go.
Hey, hello BlogaFam. It's indeed a bigger, better, and bolder comeback of the BlogaFest. Diba, Gio? Yes.
Welcome to BlogaFest 2022!
Ang BlogaFest ay isang tradition. It's been an annual tradition for many bloggers, influencers, and content creators sa buong Pilipinas. And this is the only day in the year that we really gather and celebrate connectedness and community. Over the years, we remain to be the Philippines' premier influencer marketing company.
Every year what BlogaFest does, it's always to inspire all of you. It's always to elevate influence.
Create your own community kasi kapag may sarili ka ng community, yung brands na ang lalapit sa inyo.
Do not compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 10. Kasi kapag if you keep on comparing, madi-discourage ka talaga and you will not continue. And of course, it's important, don't do it for the money.
Hey BlogaFam,
BlogaFam, it's Joaquin.
And I'm Duchess Mealy.
And we're here at the Orange Carpet Awards.
Always remember, the orange carpet and Blogapalooza is a platform of opportunities. This is a platform that believes, trusts, and recognizes the excellence of everybody.
Wow, that looked so much fun. Miss Ace, ano ba yung mga new things na na-introduce nyo this year? And ano ba yung highlights nyo for 2022 BlogaFest?
Right, yeah. This year, we were able to introduce our new talent management department. It's called BX. So we now have talents that we exclusively manage. Which is a
Wow.
big development for us. For the longest time, I said no to that business. Pero
Yeah.
sige.
How
Okay,
many new talents? How many
we
new
have
talents?
10. We have
You have
10
10.
signed new talents. All of these are from the Bloga fam, the Bloga community, and we've discovered them ourselves.
Wow. So what new thing or what have you lined up for them? These new talents that you have signed up with you.
Yeah. Okay. For our new talents, we have shows for them. We also have a media channel called Blogaplay. You can follow that, subscribe to that channel in YouTube. Apart from the shows of Blogaplay, syempre kasama na yung brand deals, things that would make their content creation journey sustainable. Yeah, partnerships. Ganyan.
Okay, very interesting. How about Miss Ace kasi I noticed na ang tawag sa'yo is Bloga Mama. So ikaw
Yeah.
yung mama ng mga content creators. In your personal life, I learned that you're not yet a mama, but do you want to be one soon?
Ay, nako, that's a very good question. Well, the thought of being a mother still is out of the picture right now. It still is a scary thought for me to have, having kids,
Scary
raising
thought.
children, putting life out in this world. It's still a far-fetched concept for me. Wala pa siya sa plano ko.
Why is that? Share with our audience. Kasi
Oh,
sabi
of
mo nga,
course.
kanina you mentioned na parang it's harder to raise children nowadays. Can you share with us that insight?
Yeah, of course. I see my friends having kids and, their lives are really transformed. It's always for the better. I see that kids make parents, make my friends good parents, you know what I mean? But when I see kids, I see responsibilities. And that's not entirely wrong. But I feel like at this point in my life, I'm not ready for more responsibilities. And when I talk about responsibilities of raising children, I think about it as, nurturing that life and making sure that that person is a person that contributes to the betterment of this world. And that in itself is grabe, a scary thought for me. Parang that's one of the biggest responsibilities I have. Yeah, but more than growing a company, building a business, parang having children, bringing them out in this world alone is a big responsibility in itself. I think I'm not ready for that
Siguro
yet.
siguro at the proper time, oo nga, hindi pa
Totoo,
ready, pero at
totoo.
the
Sa tamang
proper
panahon.
time. So
Mhm.
ngayon your main baby is Blogapalooza, and
Yes.
can you tell us what new things do you have in store aside from getting these new talents? No, so you're a talent management company na. Ano yung mga new things that we should look forward to with
Right.
Vlogapalooza?
Yeah. A Blogapalooza right now, we have an agency business unit, we have a media business unit, we have a talent management business unit, and we're looking forward in 2023 to launch our content creator hub. It's been in the works for a couple of months already. We've been in the planning phase. Hopefully, we'll be able to build soon. But what creators can look forward to is a collaborative space for them to create content, collaborate with other creators, maybe even collaborate with the brands, and really just have that home where they can make their content and share that with other creators as well. So we are still in that mission to create environments, both online and offline, for creators and other stakeholders.
So for those who are interested to be part of your community, which social media handles or accounts should they follow?
Yes, it's all Blogapalooza. That's Bravo Lima Oscar Golf Alpha Papa Alpha Lima Oscar Oscar Zebra Alpha, not double G, huh? Okay, you can see that in the hashtag here in the live. It's
That's right.
Blogapalooza across Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. It's verified. It's the only Blogapalooza channel that's verified. It has the blue check. Yeah, you can follow us in the major social networks.
All right. And lastly, well, before I ask you my last question pala, Blogapalooza, ladies and gentlemen, would like to thank their co-presenters, City of Dreams, Bingo Plus, and their partners. Tell Us More, Meta, Enervon Multivitamins, Jack Daniels, Sushi Vid, Social Buzz, Hype Tap, the Zen Institute, and MAC, Manila Airport Condo Tels. So, lastly, Miss Ace, what can content creators like us learn from your organization, and how can we share in your vision?
Okay, that's a nice question. One thing that you can learn in Blogapalooza, being a part of this community, is that content creation is or can be a sustainable choice of career or profession. A lot of creators are already making some buck in doing content, which I would say is a passion for many of them. That's one. But more than the creative side of the business, you also learn the entrepreneurial side of the business. We also advocate for influencers and creators being entrepreneurs. And hence we call them influencerpreneurs. And the business side of it is really just for the longevity. Because it's nice to be creative, but you also have to know how to work with brands, how to read briefs, or if you get that money, where do you put that? You know what I mean? So it's for us more than the creative side. It's also the entrepreneurial side. That's just one of the many things. But in Blogapalooza, you have a community. Whether you're a newbie creator or an old timer, an OG, you know what they say. You have a family or community here in Bloga.
So how can we join you, Miss Ace?
Oh yeah, of course. Just visit the website. That's blogapalooza.ph. Everything is there already.
Okay, and how you have this yearly event, but do you also have, like, during the year, other pocket events that we can join as well?
We have regular sessions every month over Zoom. We have different topics. I think this month's topic would be about live hosting. So we're going to invite some of our team members or some of our community members, some famous creators as well. Para lang, they can also impart their knowledge and experience dun sa mga other members of the community. So yun, may mga ganun din regular every month.
Wow, so that's very exciting. So, ladies and gentlemen, we learned a lot from Miss Ace. No, we saw how how not just fun, but also it can be very rewarding as well financially. It's my first time to hear the word, what's that, the blog,
Influencerpreneur. Yeah.
what's that,
Influence.
influencerpreneur.
Correct.
Influencerpreneur. Yun. So you can
Mm.
actually earn from it. You can build a career around being an influencer, creating content as well. And it's nice to collaborate with other content creators kasi minsan
Mm.
meron kang, di ba may natatawag tayo na writer's block, for example.
Yeah.
So may content creators block din tayo from time to time, and it's nice to be part of a community wherein we can share our ideas and then from there come up with the best ones. So Miss Ace, thank you so much. Do invite our viewers again, how they can join you and be part of your community, and what is next for you. What is the next event after this interview? Ano ba yung pwede naming masalihan?
All right, yes, inviting everybody who's watching this right now to follow Blogapalooza across the major social networks. And if you have time, please visit our website. We have updates there regularly. Subscribe, sign up. We'll be sending our newsletters for learning and all of that. And maybe if you can follow me as well, you can follow me at Ace Gapuz throughout all social media channels. Salamat.
All right. Salamat din, Ms. Ace, for giving us time tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, maraming salamat for joining us. This is TNC, the Presscon. Thank you. See you.
Salamat.
Thanks, Ms.
Bye-bye.
Ace.
Greenfield District, the future-ready district, home to Greenfield Tower. With its state-of-the-art fiber optic internet backbone, connectivity is built right into residences like Twin Oaks Place. 15 flourishing hectares right at the heart of Metro Manila, so that at work and at play, we can plant a future where dreams grow. Greenfield District, the future-ready district.
Juan Lu and his puppets face to face with special guests Makata Tawanan, Jess Box, and the Lunaria Marionette Show.
Salita. Alam mo, Tito Ando, kung wala ako, magsasalita ka mag-isa. Kung wala ako, wala kang masusuot. Kung wala ako, wala kang nakakain.
November 13, Sunday, 7 p.m. at the La Verdad Auditorium in Apalit, Pampanga. Buy your tickets now and see you soon, face to face.